Hi, welcome to Wellness Wednesday. Good morning. Good morning. It is so awesome to see you. And I want to thank you so much for joining me. Today on Wellness Wednesday, we're talking about rocking the swimsuit. Now, here's a challenge to you. Some of you may have showed up for this based on the title to learn a new workout that's just going to get your body rocking and a quick way to look better in your swimsuit. Here's my challenge to you. Stay to the end, because this is a different perspective and you deserve a different perspective. So some of you might know, some of you might not know. I have come through an eating disorder myself, and I have had some body image issues for most of my life. And when it comes to rocking my swimsuit, there was a time in my life where I was in a complete string bikini, rocking it, and I totally missed it. I missed it because I didn't think I was thin enough. I didn't think I was enough, period. And when I found that picture and looked at it, I actually didn't even recognize myself. Like, who is this? And then I realized it was me. And what really hit home in that picture for me was that I missed it. And so I want to share a few things with you today that my goal is that maybe you look at it a bit differently for many different reasons. So I want to share with you some journal entries, which I don't often do. I'm a pretty private person in that way, but I feel that this is really relevant. So I want to share some journal entries that I made when I was in Cuba with my husband this year. So when did I stop beating myself up and just embrace the experience? What changed? Was it the embracing of compassion? Was it the falling in love with myself? The final release of resistance to what is? Maybe it was all of the above, but when it happened, whenever it happened, it is freedom. It feels like freedom. I suspect that this is the wise one. My eyes now go to the brave women rocking their bikinis, tight red dresses, and I draw inspiration. The women who are loving the skin they are in, regardless of size. To be in our own full expression of feminine energy. You know, I did a little bit of diving into some research as I thought about today's topic. And, you know, what I found was greatly disturbing, very disturbing. Up to 70% of women in midlife are dissatisfied with their bodies and have body image issues. At 54, we are least satisfied with our bodies and we want to be smaller and we want to be thinner. 91% of women overall are dissatisfied with their bodies. That's huge. You think of everything that we're going through in our midlife and beyond years, right? We got temperature fluctuations, hormones, we got a whole bunch of stuff going on. And on top of that, we are stressing ourselves with what we look like at a time when we need to be holding our own hand and treating ourselves with love and compassion. Now, is this your fault? No. Look at society. Look how we as women can't age. We can't put on some extra belly fat. And this is our body's way of helping us hormonally through the change in life. I think that's sad. But I think what's even sadder is that we're buying in. You know, a lot of the work I do is about changing the conversation, especially when it comes to my summits. I've got one coming up in October. I am currently interviewing women from all over the world. And we are talking about changing the conversation that we as aging women have. Aging, okay, is going to happen. Your perception of it is what you can change. Right? Now here's an even more staggering thought or statistic. By the age of 13, 53% of American girls are unhappy. This goes up to 78% by the time they reach the age of 17. They are dissatisfied with their bodies. They are not loving the skin they're in. So where are they learning this? Right? How is this happening? A survey of 13 to 19-year-olds, 35% of them said their body image often or always makes them worry. Wow. That's a big stress level. What are we doing to our young women? And, you know, I understand that this is happening with men and boys as well. I totally understand that. Okay. But my research and my work is in women. So that's what I'm sticking with. So we know that social media is playing a factor here. Absolutely. But here's also what we have to think. We're coming into summer and we're going to rock that swimsuit. But we're judging ourselves. We're not feeling good about ourselves. We're going to cover ourselves up. What are we telling our daughters? Our young women, what are we telling them? That unless you fit into this societal mold of being smaller, of taking up less space, you are not worthy. That's bizarre. That is bizarre. But we don't even know we're doing it. But let's face it. Where do our girls learn a lot of this? By what's modeled for them. How can we change our perspective to combat what these girls are seeing on social media? To combat what we are seeing on social media about the aging process and what we're supposed to look like. You know, it's such a big topic. And as you can tell, I'm very passionate about this topic. And one of the reasons that I'm so passionate about this is because I missed many decades of my life hiding, covering up. Teaching my daughter about that. That makes me sad. It really does. Was it my intention? No. It wasn't at all. But when I went to Cuba this year, I decided that I was going to buy the two-piece bathing suits that I wanted. And I was going to wear them and I did. And I was not going to miss 1 minute of my vacation feeling like I wasn't enough. Had one of the best vacations ever. So when you go to pull that swimsuit out this summer and you all of a sudden hear that little voice say, oh, no, can't wear that one. You better wear the one piece because, you know, you're not in shape enough. You're not whatever enough. Just tell that little voice to go away and rock whatever makes you feel good, whatever brings you joy. Because the next generation and beyond, they need to see us model beautiful feminine energy in all sizes. So if you stayed till the end, I want to thank you so much. Hit subscribe for more fun on this channel. But if you stayed to the end, my hope is that you're looking at this through a little bit of a different lens than when you turned it on. And if that happened, and you found a little bit of love and compassion for yourself, I want to thank you so much for staying to the end. And thanks to those joining me live. It's so wonderful. Oh, thanks, Deb. Beautiful. All right. Take care of you. Rock that swimsuit. And let's change the conversation our young women are having with each other and the conversation that we are having with them. Lots of love. Have a great week, and I will see you next week. And for all of my Canadian friends, happy July 1st weekend.